With the Mario movie just days away, I thought it'd be fun to put out a few predictions for the movie. That way I can go back afterwards and see how completely wrong they were. But I also like making edits, and I've made 2 or 3 for the movie, and I thought this would be the perfect video to start a channel while also posting some of those edits. And here is a snippet of one that I'm excited about. So, Mario Galaxy was a big part of my childhood. I remember playing the first game for the first time while in first grade. That's a lot of firsts. But then, a year later, Super Mario Galaxy 2 came out, and that was the most exciting thing to happen to me that year, without a doubt. I had to play the game so bad that months before, I almost ripped off one of my thumbs and had to wear a cast during the game's release, but I still played one-handed. I can't say I remember beating the game one-handed, but I definitely played the first 50% of the game one-handed. And I'm sure you can imagine how long that took me to play this game. Point is, these games meant a lot to me as a child, and so I'm much more excited for this movie than I thought I'd be now that I'm beyond my childhood years. So with that, if you're watching this, I hope you're having a great day, and I hope you're excited for the movie. Alright, first off, Bowser Jr. will be the main villain. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. Way to go, Sherlock Holmes. You're starting this video off with something super obvious. And if you clicked off the video, I'm sad that you didn't hear me out. But honestly, I think it'll be much more of a villain than Bowser will be. We've seen in the first movie how planned out Bowser's takeover was meant to be, just for it to be this goofy idea of marrying the princess in the end with some kind of blackmail with a star.
I guess love really makes a guy come out of his shell.
He can be evil, but at the same time laughable, which we haven't seen out of Bowser Jr. yet. In the trailers, we've seen nothing but yearning for the stakes at hand. This kid wants chaos, and he's going to bring it to a level I don't even think his dad is ready for.
The great battle of my life draws near!
I think this movie will probably have moments where Bowser and Bowser Jr. are plotting and they see just how different they are from each other. Like Bowser may realize his son is more motivated and vicious than he ever was, which could be a little embarrassing, where Junior may be a little dumbfounded by the obsession Bowser has with the princess. While I think Bowser will have massive scenes, which I'll get onto, I think Junior will probably be the more evil of the two. Prediction 2. We will see Fury Bowser in the final act. Just straight up leapfrogging off the last one since we're already on the subject of the Koopas. Like I said before, in the last movie his takeover was thought out and it was articulated. He thought he could steal the star and tell Peach to either marry him or suffer the consequences he could cause with that star. There was no need for any power-ups in his mind, because he alone was strong enough to take on any problem in his way. However, now he knows that statement holds no weight this go-around. Mario, Luigi, Peach, Toad, and now even Yoshi have all shown they're here to battle and use any power-ups they can to take down evil. Bowser Jr. has also shown he dabbles in different power-ups, so I think Bowser will too, and there's a reason we haven't seen him do it in any of the trailers. We've seen barely any Bowser in any of the trailers, it feels like. In the final act, when everything is on the line, I think we'll see a Bowser desperate to not fall to the same fate as last time. We'll get a version that goes all out in a rage of fury, bringing out Fury Bowser. Pun intended. We all know how cool he looks, and Nintendo does too, or else they wouldn't have created the whole expansion to 3D World for it. We all know how cool a showdown with Fury Bowser would be in space, and I do think we'll see it. Prediction 3. Rosalina and Peach's backstories will be revealed and will be more related than we thought. I've seen speculation about this online, and I do think it's true. I don't think we've gotten a truly great deep dive into Peach's story after the first movie was all about Mario and Luigi's backstory. We know before the brothers it had been a long time since she had seen a human, and I think Rosalina could be the same way. They're both princesses, and there's obvious similarities in their looks. I'm not trying to say I think they're sisters or even related, but I think we'll find out at least they remember each other or know each other from some sort of childhood experience. The trailers haven't shown us Rosalina interacting with the Mario crew at all, which shows they want us to experience these interactions even more in theater, considering how many clips they post online before the movie nowadays. I think a massive plot for the movie will be some kind of bond or inner feeling somebody has in connection to Rosalina. And it makes sense giving that to Peach, who we've seen in the trailers galaxy hopping upon galaxy hopping. I think her and Toad may run into Rosalina and the Lumas, and we'll find out just how connected these backstories might truly be. Prediction 4. Daisy won't appear but will be mentioned. Speaking of princesses, we have to talk about the last one standing. I don't think Daisy will be in this movie. There's so many characters that would be insane and expensive, but insane to just keep adding more. Daisy is an important Mario character. She's even a playable hero in Mario's latest mainline adventure game. I can't see a world where she doesn't show up in the next movie, but I just don't want to see it here. However, I do think she'll be mentioned or hinted at in this movie. I saw online some people who said we could see her be the princess of the Desert Kingdom, and even though this desert is completely different than the one from Super Mario Land, I still think that would be a really cool idea. I definitely could see her name being brought up by someone in one of these foreign kingdoms or planets, with it being just enough of a hint that you can tell who it is, but you have to speculate until we see it in the next movie. Prediction 5. We will get scenes from Yoshi's Island / Dino Land. I'll be honest, I didn't want this movie to be a Galaxy movie. I obviously wanted a Galaxy movie after all the things I said in the beginning, but even before the first one came out, I thought Nintendo had the perfect setup to have the original movie first, the Mario World movie second, and then the Galaxy movie third. A Mario World movie would have been so cool to have Dino Land and Yoshi's while also trying to take down the Koopa Kids. However, I think that ship has fully sailed, and the trailers for this movie have made me not even concerned about the banishment of a world movie. To add though, I think we have to get a bit of knowledge into Yoshi's homeland, just like I think we will with Peach and Rosalina. Yoshi can't really speak, so I don't see him getting this heart-throbbing story, but we need some background into why this random dinosaur was just trapped in the Desert Kingdom and Mario and Luigi find him while on a plumbing mission. Even if he chooses to stay with the brothers beyond this movie and make his home the Mushroom Kingdom, I'd like to see him interact with fellow Yoshis in Dino Land, just so the brothers get a glimpse into where Yoshi is from before he decides to live with them for good. We've seen the babies being protected by Yoshi, so we know elements from Yoshi's Island are prevalent in the movie. I think we'll get some Yoshi on Yoshi interactions, which would be great for the movie and maybe make Yoshi feel even more like being a hero. Prediction 6. Egad will be in the movie. My next 2 or 3 are going to be little cameos, and I know I said this movie doesn't need any more characters, but I think these few I'm predicting will fit just right. First off, Egad has already been speculated quite a lot, and everything feels like he'll be set up to show up in the movie. Bowser Jr.'s paintbrush, the laboratory, and all the other gadgets, and I've even seen the coffee mug looks like it's his. Egad would be the perfect cameo to include for 5 minutes or so, just to know he's there, and it would be the perfect setup for Luigi in his solo adventure role. Maybe we can get Luigi interacting with Egad in this movie, and even saving him so that the bond is created early on. We don't know why Bowser Jr. has the paintbrush, or why he's even in the lab, so maybe he kidnapped or held Egad hostage and the brothers are there so Luigi can save him. Luigi has always been seen as the cowardly one who looks up to his brother and enjoys any chance to look manly and witty. Helping Egad gives him the chance to be somebody's hero, and even make him more of a man than he probably thinks he actually is. Plus, if we get just enough of Egad where we don't get his backstory, it is the perfect setup for the Luigi Mansion spin-off we all think is happening. Prediction 7. Petey Piranha will have a cameo. This is probably a small prediction, but it's one I personally want to see as I've always loved Petey Piranha. We've seen that Piantas will be in the movie, so Mario Sunshine representation is going to be present. We also know the little baby Petey Piranha, well, not little, but you know what I mean. The Petey Piranha boss in Galaxy and even has a silhouette in the doorway at the casino. Petey is a beloved mini-boss that has made a name for itself in the spin-offs as a playable character. We've seen this movie is full of mini-bosses like Megaleg, Wart, and Birdo, so why wouldn't we also see a little bit of Petey Piranha on the planet full of Piantas? He could even be like a golem figure who protects the island. I don't know what he could do, but I think we'll see a quick fight or interaction with Petey Piranha on one of those planets.
Prediction 8. Another Nintendo series will be showing up. Obviously this one has already happened. Spoiler warning, so skip this part if you didn't see the news already. But Fox McCloud will be in the movie, which I think is awesome. Fox's design is just so cool, and it really makes him look like this space captain or cowboy who's a professional at taking down the bad guy. I think his interactions with Mario will be awesome too. Mario is a hero, but he has his insecurities. He knows he's not the strongest, and at times that fear got the best of him in the last movie. He has a whole team who look up to him in this movie, and when I think that fear shows up and makes him scared to let those around him down, a guy like Fox McCloud is going to inspire him to lose his fears and just do whatever he has to do. And also, Glenn Powell getting casted as Fox is once again another awesome pick. I don't have many good words to describe about Fox McCloud in this movie, other than that he's just going to be the coolest character in the whole movie. Like, I wish I had some better words to say other than cool, but he is just really cool. However, Fox isn't the only cameo I'm going for though. In the first movie we saw a ton of cameos. Punch-Out, Kid Icarus, and even a whole segment in the DK country. We've seen this movie has Rob, and Pikmin was teased as well, but I think the finale home run slam dunk of a cameo will be Kirby. Think about it. Kirby is by far and away one of Nintendo's biggest characters. People all over would eat up even the slightest raindrop of a Kirby reference in a movie this big, and I think a reference would make sense. We know Kirby rides around on superstars, and a lot of his game takes place on other planets or in space, so running to some kind of Kirby reference in space will be perfect. I don't think we'll see Kirby just yet, but I absolutely think we'll get a Kirby reference or some sort of cameo from his games in this movie. Prediction 9. The third movie will be a Mario Odyssey plus Wario Land movie. There is no possible galaxy out there where Wario isn't in Mario Movie 3. Pun intended, once again. His appearance along with Waluigi and Daisy have to be next, and I do think we'll see it. We know Wario is a greedy man who doesn't care for those around him, as long as he gets his fame and fortune. I could see a world where we explore Mario and crew saving the day again while overlapping into Wario's hunt for treasure that leads him into an even bigger showdown between the two. It could almost be a Sonic vs. Shadow moment from Sonic Adventure 2, where they can't believe they both wear overalls and similar hats. That would be absolute cinema, and I think Movie 3 will definitely see a massive converging of the two storylines. Maybe Wario on his hunt runs into the Mushroom Kingdom and sees a castle he can't believe is that big, being Peach's castle. And because of that fact, he's like, I have to have it. So he just goes in and tries to make it his own castle, just like Mario Land 2. However, I don't think we'll get this teased at the end of Galaxy. Final prediction, the post-credit scene. Yeah, I don't think we'll get any Wario teasers, any Luigi teasers, or any teasers for any other Nintendo franchises like Link, Samus, Kirby, or Star Fox, or even that big Smash Bros teaser that everyone's begging for. That all may sound crazy, but hear me out. For all of the cast announced so far, there's only one big character from the first movie who's been completely banished from this one. Where is our favorite tie-wearing ape? Well, I think his banishment has saved the best for last. Imagine, the credits roll, the screen goes black, and fading in we see Donkey Kong waking up from a long sleep while the DK opening starts to play. He's proclaiming how good his sleep was to a best bro Diddy, but when he gets no response, he knows something is wrong. Going down to the basement of his home, DK sees no Diddy in sight, along with the banana horde that has been completely ravaged. All that's left sits one little metal emblem that resembles the skull of a crocodile. DK, looking perplexed, hears the loud cry for help coming from a barrel right outside his home. In what sounds like Diddy, he hears someone yelling for help from the rumbling barrel that lays feet away in the jungle before the screen goes to black. If there's one thing you may learn from me as I talk about this movie, I like Mario, but I love Donkey Kong. DK is by far my favorite Nintendo franchise, and I may sound biased, but I don't even think it's crazy to see this post-credit scene over any Mario or Smash Bros teaser. DK has gotten so much love in the last year, and we know the rumors about a DK movie coming in a few years' time. Everyone knows the name Donkey Kong right alongside Mario, so the hype is absolutely there for this movie, just like the hype would be crazy for a post-credit scene. I absolutely think we will get this post-credit scene that opens up a Donkey Kong movie based around Donkey Kong Country. I need to see it for my boy DK, and I do think we'll get it. So, those are all my predictions. Even if every single one of these ends up being wrong, I do think this movie will be great, and I'm very excited for what's to come. Hopefully, you all are all excited and want to see some of these predictions yourself. To those who watch this, let me know if you have any thoughts or predictions yourself, and thank you for watching this in the first place. With that, enjoy the rest of your day, and peace.